Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura. Spring is in the air, and that means I need to make a new spring quilt. And I have found a free pattern from Riley Blake making these vintage flowers. The fabric is really cute. Each one of these little flowers is a little bit different. So we have 9 flowers to make. And I do have a system that helps keep me organized so that I can work on one square at a time and then get it all together. So I'm going to share that with you today. So I do hope you join me, and then we'll check out that fun fabric at the same time. So here is a look of that fabric. It really screams Easter and spring. The collection is called Egg Hunt. Well, because it does have a lot of eggs and a lot of spring type fabric. The pattern that was designed for this is also a free pattern, and it is from Riley Blake. So today I'd like to share with you a system that I have when I'm doing a pattern like this, where there are a lot of different fabrics and a lot of different designs. And my system involves file folders. I do have the folders in this case labeled with the alphabet, but a lot of times I'll just put a clip of fabric on each one of these depending on the project, but in this case I do have the alphabet. The reason I have done the alphabet this time is because each flower is part of an alphabet. For example, this is all C. So I'm going to transfer these designs to a fusible web and then put those designs in a file folder. From there, I add fabric. So I go through my fabric and I stick it right into the files. Now, a lot of times they're going to intermix, but I just start with the biggest ones. The folders keep my fusible web nice and flat, keeps my fabric flat, and it keeps me organized. Once I have this done, I'm going to fuse on all of those pieces and then put those pieces right back inside. I'm going to have each flower all ready to go in its own file folder. There are other fabrics that I need to cut, such as the borders and sashing and background fabric. A lot of those I will also pre-cut and put them in the folder, so you can see where it keeps it all nice and neat. I have my background fabric cut, pressed, and I did fold it in 4. Once all my pieces are done, I'm going to be able to go right to the iron, and I'm going to cut, place, and iron all of these pieces together at one time. For the 9 blocks, we're going to have to join the paper, but we're going to be able to just fold that. And this piece is going to get transferred to the bottom of each of those template pieces. I'm just going to take those pieces and just pin them together so they don't shift. So now I can place that fabric over top, line up that center fold so that the bottom is matching. So right at the iron, I'm going to cut and fuse all at the same time. And we're going to be able to do them in order. A1 is the first one we're going to put down. A2 will be the next one, A3, and so on. So I'm going to cut this out, peel it, and fuse it down. Just give a little tap with the iron. The next piece is number 2. Peel, place, and tap that down. I only want to lightly stick this down because I do want to remove that paper before I do the good press. I don't want to take a chance of having any of that ink transfer to my fabric. And press it from the back side. And while I'm there, I'm going to mark the back so I know that this is piece A. So my A is empty, but it's marked right here. So all of my 9 blocks are all fused and ready to be appliqued. Now I do like to use a combination between a blanket stitch and a straight stitch. This method is going to work if you're going to be able to switch between stitches as you're going along. So I do have that blanket stitch. So I'm going to be stitching here, and I'm going to go all the way around. So I've hit this point. Now I'm going to switch over to the machine to a straight stitch. So I'm going to stitch right along that edge and then stop right here. Now I'm going to be able to raise my foot, put my blanket stitch on, rotate my fabric, and go back around. The nice part about doing it this way is you really don't see that straight stitch, but it gave me a pathway to come back or to go forward. And now I can keep going all the way around and finish that stitch. Having that straight row of stitching going back and forth means I don't have to cut my threads. I can do the entire project without stopping. And I'm going to finish off at the end. Once we have finished appliquing these down, there are a few that need a little bit of an embroidery. Now we could do some hand embroidery, or we can let the machine do all the work. You can see where I started with that triple stitch and then just did a round buttonhole stitch. And a lot of these are built into our machine. And that way there's no hand embroidery. Here's one of the other ones. And I just did a darker pink, once again, using that triple stitch. And you're going to be able to see those identification marks right here. Once all that embroidery is done, we're going to be able to trim those down to 12.5 inches. When I go to my files, I have all of the pieces I need to finish that quilt. And they're right here, already cut for me. And they've stayed nice and flat because I have kept them in the file folder. So we're going to be able to just finish following the directions, putting on that sashing and those last borders. So this cute little quilt is now done. It's 52.5 inches. Now to keep myself organized, I have been using my file folder system. So I do have 2 file folders left over. One that has the leftover fabric in it, and the second one has my pattern and my binding cut and ready to go. This file folder system is an easy way to keep things organized when you have each block that is going to be a little bit different. And that way you can work on one block at a time or one fabric at a time. And it keeps it going together nice and smoothly. This has been a free pattern from Riley Blake, and I'll put a link in the description so that you can check it out. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.